How's it going, YouTube? We are back, and this time I wanted to talk about Julio Jones and where his new team will be. Julio Jones has said on the cell phone with Shannon Sharp on live air that he is not going to be a Falcon anymore. He's going to leave Atlanta, and I have a list of 5 teams right here that I saw on Bleacher Report. There's other teams that are going to be involved as well, like Arizona, for example. They're not on this list. I pulled this off Bleacher Report. I believe that they're a decently trustworthy source, so that's what I'm going with here. I know Arizona's involved. I saw maybe Jacksonville. I saw a bunch of other, teams here and there, 49ers. But this is what I saw on Bleacher Report, so I'm just going to use this. Obviously, if you go somewhere else, I won't be surprised as well. New England. I'm going to start with New England because I feel like they have a pretty decent chance of landing him. New England is a team that obviously historically has been a really, really good team to win in, and that's one of his top criterias is playing for a team that can win. And obviously, we don't know what the situation is going to be behind center, whether it's going to be Cam, whether it's going to be Mac Jones. We don't know what the deal is there, but we do know that they need wide receivers, and we do know that if Cam can have a little bit more help from the wide receivers, he can play some good football. Nobody works as hard as he does in the NFL. A lot of the things that happened there last year, I don't think were his fault. I think it was mostly what he was surrounded by. He gets another chance this year with competition with Mac Jones, so I think he's going to be even more fired up. And having a wideout as talented as Julio Jones will really help that team get to the next level. I think they're going to be one of the teams that we see the most dramatic uptick in wins. I see them going probably 10-7 with a 17-game season. I think they'll be one of the more dramatic increases in wins. If I was going to rate that out of 10 for New England, I'd say probably 7 out of 10 because there is still a lot that needs to be figured out, and I think that he wants to go to a team that's already established and is a playoff contender right away. Baltimore. I think Baltimore is the one that he would make the most dramatic impact. Lamar Jackson, obviously, we know how dynamic he is as a quarterback. We know how well he runs the ball. He can run around the pocket and scramble and stuff. But he's still missing that number one guy. Marquise Brown had a good year to start, but last season it was a down year for in throwing for both Lamar and receiving for Hollywood Brown. So getting Lamar some weapons other than Mark Andrews and Hollywood Brown would be very beneficial to them and really push them to the next level. Maybe it makes them a possible Super Bowl contender. Their defense has been pretty good in the last couple seasons, and I don't think that's going anywhere. Lamar is going to be there. He's dynamic, like we said, and I think they're really just missing that number one guy, and they are a serious Super Bowl contender. And we all know how good Julio Jones is. So I think that's a 10 out of 10 match right there. I think if I was any of these teams, I think I would push for Julio the hardest if I was Baltimore. The Jets. I don't see the Jets being too big of a factor in this because I don't think that they have what it takes to win right away anyways, which is what Julio wants. He doesn't want to play on a rebuilder. He doesn't want to play, losing football. He wants to win. I know the Jets just got their new quarterback. I know he's great. He's dynamic. He can throw on the run. He does all these things that they love over there. But I still don't think he's going to be in too good a shape without that O-line. And the sub pieces under him aren't great either. Corey Davis and some other guys as well. They're trying to make some moves, and I understand, and they're doing their best, but it's not their time yet. Give it a couple years, and maybe they would be in contention. Indy is another team that I can see contending and being a possible suitor. I see this one as like an 8 out of 10. They have Carson Wentz as their quarterback. Was last year's horrible season a fluke for him? Was it because he had no support, no wide receivers, no O-line? Is that the reason why, or is that really who he is? And Indy's a good team. They got a good defense. Their offense is pretty decent. They got a good running back, Jonathan Taylor. They have some good wide receivers, T.Y. Hilton, and Pittman and Paris Campbell when he's healthy. Adding Julio to that mix makes T.Y. a nice slot option. Pittman on the wide side, and it's just beautiful. Their offense will be lethal. I think that's a move that should be talked about for Indy. They need to make some calls and try to get a package together to get Julio, because if that goes through, it makes their team a lot better for sure. It makes them, I would say, almost a lock for that division, the AFC South, I believe, with Houston and Tennessee. So I would expect them to make a pretty decent push for him as well. I see that as an 8 out of 10 fit for Julio right there. It'd be weird to see him in a blue jersey, though, not gonna lie. Miami. Miami's another team where you could probably see another 8 out of 10 fit. Whether they're settled on having Tua as their quarterback, who knows? I think it's too soon to give up on Tua. I know he played okay, not good, but not great, or not bad, but not great. You know what I mean? He had his bright spots and he had his moments where he would sail past like 13 feet over his receiver. I think he needs more options. Obviously, Devontae Parker is a pretty good wide receiver. Outside of that, it's a little bit, questionable. You have Gesicki as a tight end, and you have a running game that was pretty lackluster at some points. But another wideout over there for them would be a great, great thing for them. And having Tua have his first mainstay wide receiver. No disrespect to Devontae Parker, but I think Devontae Parker is more suited to be a number 2 guy, and he could still rack up a 900 receiving yard, 1,000-yard season as a number 2 wide receiver if Julio's drawing double coverages and they're designing packages just to contain Julio. It's gonna leave Devontae Parker open for to get his numbers for sure, to get his touches. I don't see that being an issue over there. I think they would welcome him with warm arms. I'm sure they have plenty of capital to bring him in if they really decide to go that route. I really like that fit. I really like how that offense would look around Tua, and I think that's another team that really should pursue that move. I like that a lot for them. I think that white jersey, that Miami jersey, would look nice on Julio too. But that's beside the point. That's going to do it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe, comment other teams that you think he will go to. I see the 49ers as a possible. They could be on the come up again this year after an injury-prone season, but we'll see. I'll see you guys next time.